I want to know, in terms of your creativity, how do the two, like, there's this idea of you being like, that's not right. This idea of you being able to speak up or be mouthy, the choice of words, or you saying he's a pervert, that to me is strength, that's vulnerability, that's all the things. How does that play into how you as a stylist have been able to be so successful, and even how you style people? Because I feel all that energy in the people you style and what you do, the difference in what you do. Like, honestly.
Oh, thanks.
I
think like water rises, you know what I mean? Like, I think like energy, and I think there's no coincidence. Like, and when I look back at my career and maybe 10 years ago when I was starting to work with, a lot of girls who weren't sample size or were on TV as opposed to the movies. And maybe sometimes you'd think, oh, I want a movie star. But then I was like, no, look at the merit in all these women that maybe we're overlooked by the fashion industry and this and that. And I remember calling Michael Kors and saying, and this was it's at least a decade ago, like, you need to actually make me a sample in her size, please, for the Emmys. She's an Emmy nominated actress. She will probably win. Can you please make something that is going to fit? And I really think I used the top end of my celebrity career to really kind of push the envelope on size inclusivity. Even like, of course, you look at celebrities and you're still like, oh, they're still like great bodies and thin, but like my girls never fit that mold. They never fit that mold. And so I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of that, I said yes to so many women. But then what happens amazingly is this, like, talk about being naked, because you're naked when you come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or you can have a little screen. It's fine.
But you got to come in just like, here, see me as you are. Yeah.
And just like, so there's this crazy and this amazing, not crazy, intimate space that has been created, and this community. Because like, I have like rules. An issue is never an issue. There's no issue we can't work around when you're thinking about your body. And I know I'm there as support, as to help you be the best you can be and feel the best you can be when you go and be forward facing. Like, I look at our work as like your fashion armor, and also to feel amazing. Like, generally when someone's doing press, they're, at the end of promoting a project that they put in so much energy to. So it's like, I feel very rewarded by like this kind of close community of really kind of amazing women, and a couple guys, but let's just focus on girls that I work with. Like, and we've all had a great awakening to like what the planet and the political system and everything. And so to have like-minded clients and different opinions too is so kind of rewarding. And that just, I'm sure there are a million people who at a time were like, I don't want to work with her, she's too political.
That's fine.
Bye.
That's fine. I don't need to work with you.
I don't know if I answered anything there, but
no,
like,
because you did answer it. And look, and all your clients may not be so politically aware, but they know who you are and they're still there. So that's beautiful, right? Because we have a mutual client, a friend, your client, friend, my friend, Busy, and Busy helped me. I'm going to tell you the story. She helped me during a very tough time in my life. When I left ESPN, I really hated, like, this is a horrible word. I mean, I won't say hated. I loathed white women, because there was a woman there who made my life miserable for years on purpose. And then the other women that I worked with there were white women who were just so fucking mean and nasty. And
white women are terrible.
But, I don't want to say all of them are.
But you can, generalizations are there for a reason.
You're right. But like, you, Busy, Glennon, like that, the Share the Mic project opened my eyes, and I was like, you know what? I'm frustrated with the type, right? But it really is truly the individual that we need to really, and we don't give each other that opportunity to meet the individual. And so,
but it's not up to you to have to do the work. It's up to us.
That's true. But they don't wanna.
Well, yeah. Well, bye.
And that's why I come in. I just like, I'm aware that I may make people feel a way when I walk in the room, but I do want you to work on that. But I don't want you to to feed into the stereotype of what you think I am as a Black woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, but it's not your job to make me feel more comfortable.
Oh yeah, yeah. By the way,
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I'm thrilled that you asked me on your show, and obviously,
by the way, though,
I remember watching you on the.
By the way, that's
and I was like,
yeah, go girl. But look, that's all
Yeah.
I do though. Is I think that's
Isn't
the
that
problem.
tiring for you? But it's just like, and at the same time, you're like, why should you have? And I say this to and this is just the bummer, more than a bummer of it all, but it's atrocious. Like, why should you have to do so much more fucking work? I mean, this is not a problem we're going to solve here.
Ever.
Ever.
I don't know if it ever.
This generation, it can be solved, but it's
the older I get,
let's acknowledge it.
Yes.
And try my best and use, like I say, I don't want any privilege when I die. I want to spend every single penny of it and use it all up. Like, that's the least I can do.
When you are, by the way, you're doing a lot. You don't understand, and I'm going to move on to my question, but you don't understand that there are people who look like me, who grew up how I grew up, who have a very similar upbringing than yours, literally self-made. No one gave me anything. When we take chances, we take big chances. This risk and reward. There could be eating or no eating. There could be working or no working. But when I see someone who stereotypically doesn't look like me and gets it, and truly you feel it, it's not performative, it's refreshing, and it reminds us in the struggle for equality that they're at the core of it all. There are good people. Like, to me, as simple as that. Remember your posts, remember how you fight, remember how diligent you are speaking up for us when we're in rooms that you're in and we're not. That makes a world of difference. It really does. Whether sometimes you don't even think what you're doing is making a difference, and because it's your world and it's what you do, but it does. I was saying that to say, I was always thinking to myself, I was reading it. It said, tell me if this is true. Your bio says, or some things that we were able to find, is that you used to like Barbies growing up, right? Like, you wore a uniform.
Loved. Yeah. Yes.
So I'm curious. Tell me about your fascination with Barbies growing up. Why? Was it because you liked the way they looked? What was it about a Barbie?
I don't even think I liked them. By the way, I did have like black Barbies.
Yeah, I already knew that.
I mean, all my Barbies were having sex with each other. I don't.
You're like, everyone's on top, loving each other, humping.
always. I cut their hair off, thinking it was going to grow back. Like, I was like, where are my brain? I loved. You know what? I'm actually a loner, and I was a loner as a child. Like, I had my siblings, and my mom kept us all really. I was like, were we in a little cult? We weren't, but like, we all played with each other. I think that was my mom managing 4 kids, and it's like 4 and 5 years. I don't know how she did it, but I just loved using my imagination, and I just liked the solace of, like, I didn't actually want to play Barbies with anybody else. I just liked going and playing Barbies by myself. Yeah. But then my kid was never into them. My kid didn't even have a doll. So
really?
Yeah.
First of all, wait, married with kids. Let me get that. I didn't know you had. How many kids do you have?
I have a 16-year-old. Almost a 15-year-old, a 15, almost 16.
That you have an adult.
Let me tell you, I don't recommend a teenager to anybody.
You have a full adult.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so cheesy. How do you handle it all? Everyone asks that question. How do you do?
No, I don't. I barely handle it all. I mean, I have Matthew, my husband, is pretty amazing, even though we're a little taxed right now with having a teenager, because they're a fucking trip. Mm-hmm. But you know what? And I have a wonderful team here. My styling team is really great, but I'm pretty like stretched. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how do I handle it? I have a glass of wine, and then
listen. I'm tired, and I'm tired of being tired.
I'm tired of being tired too. Are we in a period of time right now where it's just like, we're done? I'm so salty right now.
I'm so fucking like, this guy, we were on a vacation for Jamel, her bridal shower. And I remember one of the guys who was helping us in Jamaica, he goes, of all the flavors, he looked directly at me and goes, "You're the saltiest." I said, "I am." I'm gonna own it. I'm so fucking salty.
I am like a box of kosher salt right now. I'm not even Maldon salt. I'm like that gritty salt right now.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think we're fucking sick of it. I think like, you know, this stuff in Texas, I'm not even talking about the border, the Haitian thing. I'm talking about like, I think we've been assaulted, and this is going to sound like a really whiny white woman thing, like that. Oh, what, we've been assaulted for, you know, 2 years of a pandemic, 4 years of Donald Trump, like all, and so we're feeling like a little bit of suffering right now, which the lack of self-reflection along with white women right now, this is what cracks me up. I was like, what do you think Black people have dealt with for, you know, 300 fucking years? So like, shut up and put your mask on, people.
Yeah.
Karen, come on. But I think too, what it is too, I think when you're deeply feeling, and I think it's been the pandemic and just the lack of us, the ability for us to get out of it. And maybe we're looking at others and we're seeing it like the ways to get out of this mess, and the fact that nobody's doing it. Like, and for me, it was like, again, the idea of a power structure, because I'm not at the top of a power structure. I am landed firmly in the middle of the workers, even though I obviously have a very like fantastic, glamorous job. I am of service to the people I work for. So when there's 16 events in 1 week, I think to myself, well, A, I've got to do all those events because that's how I get paid. But B, why are we having the Met Ball right now? Why are they making this decision at the top? Like, why is nobody changing? Everybody said they were going to change. Well, nothing's changed. And so it's annoying.